Hey there, everyone. I'm James Milan. Welcome to this town hall update. It's going to be another full one. We are, of course, joined by our town manager, Jim Feeney. We are going to be talking about a bunch of things, including the new electric cargo Bikeshare program, recaps on two recent public meetings and how you can participate if you missed those, the Park Avenue Safety Improvement Project, which we seem to talk about consistently, and of course the AmpUp Comprehensive Plan Update meetings. Recent grants awards for clean energy are also on the agenda, trees and prevention services, and two big events happening this month. This is the reenactment of the Battle of Menotomy on Sunday, April 20th. I imagine you've heard about that, and the EcoFest Summit on April 26th. So Jim, welcome. Thanks for coming. Where do you want to start?
Thank you, James. First, just want to go through a few rapid-fire quick updates for the public. First, obviously, Arlington had its annual election this past weekend. Wanted to congratulate all the successful candidates and thank all the candidates for putting themselves out there and moving forward to serve the public. Certainly just want to welcome the new town meeting members, and I look forward to meeting them later this month when town meeting starts. I did want to report that earlier this week, I and other town officials had the opportunity to meet with a number of officials from the MBTA, including General Manager Philip Eng, at Town Hall to discuss a series of topics of interest to Arlington as it relates to the MBTA. Discussions included the proposed Alewife Station redevelopment project and the potential exacerbation of the existing CSO issue. Concerns the community had around bus service and changes that we've experienced post-pandemic, how we might be able to streamline town improvements that we'd like to make to the bike path, and as well as some future considerations for the bus turnaround down at the base of the hill in the Heights. Also, we did just finalize the 2024 annual report. It is now online on the town's website. As a reminder, that reviews the town's accomplishments and activities of the last calendar year, plus previews future initiatives and goals. And again, it is available on the town's website. As you noted, we did enter into an agreement with Cargo B for an electric front loader cargo bike that is available for rent. So this is part of a pilot. That bike is going to be available in East Arlington, located on the Minuteman Bikeway at the Lake Street intersection. To access these bikes, residents can download the Cargo B app to locate, rent, and manage directly within a smartphone app their rides. So we have additional information available on our website, or you can visit the Cargo B website directly for full details. And finally, in exciting news, trash carts are coming to Arlington. So the town will be moving to what's called a wheeled toter solution that will facilitate automated curbside trash and recycling collection starting in July of this year. So we're still ironing out a few details, but I wanted to mention this in the event any of our listeners are in the market for or about to purchase new trash or recycling receptacles. You know, if you can, please hold off, because the town will be providing you brand new, ruggedized, wheeled trash and recycling carts. We'll be delivering them to all households in the month of June in advance of our new collection program starting on July 1st. So more information to come. I'm sure we'll talk about this a few more times in the months to come, but just wanted to tell folks you will be getting new trash and recycling barrels. So if you can, hold off on purchasing new ones, save some money, because we're going to be giving you some really nice customized Arlington specific carts with the town seal on them.
That is big news indeed. So much of what you share with us here affects large portions of the Arlington population. This one, absolutely everybody.
Every household.
So, all right. So I had mentioned a couple of recent public meetings. Tell us about those.
Sure. So on March 31st, we had a public meeting at Town Hall for the Park Ave Safety Improvement Project. Well over 100 participants came down to the auditorium to hear the meeting that was led by our consultant, Stantec. Residents were provided the opportunity to review and provide feedback on the preliminary conceptual designs. So if you missed the meeting, you can not only view the presentation slides on the town's website on the projects page, but you can also take an online survey until April 18th. So we do want resident feedback on the potential concepts, especially where some of what is proposed considers various turn restrictions on some of the roads leading to and from Park Ave. So that would have an impact on residents and abutters as well.
Can I ask you, are those two things related? In other words, the fact that residents who were not able to attend can see this slide presentation and also take a survey. Do they need to see the slides in order to be able to take the survey in a constructive way? Or
I think that is the case.
Okay.
In order for you to truly provide feedback, it would be helpful to review the different proposed concepts. Thank you. And then we also had another really well attended meeting with a great showing of the public. Well over 100 folks attended the interactive kickoff session for the AmpUp Comprehensive Plan Update that was held in the Arlington High School cafeteria, also led by consultant Stantec. That event was the first in what will be a long series of events planned for this year as the town works to update its comprehensive, formerly known as master plan. So if you missed this particular session, you can provide your feedback again directly on the AmpUp website. This particular website will keep track of the project progress and does include the presentation slides from the kickoff meeting, and also has a survey to provide your feedback. And this survey deadline is April 27th.
all right, great. We don't want to let too many town hall updates ever go by without announcing grants awards, right? So we've got some for today.
Indeed, and since we last spoke about grants, we have quite a few others to report. So I'll run through them relatively quickly. One of them, the first one, is one we've heard about before, but this is our 13th Green Communities Grant, which is a competitive grant process. This year we were awarded $125,000 for energy efficiency improvements at the Ed Burns Arena, the Hardy Elementary School, and the Thompson Elementary School. So our thanks to the Department of Energy Resources for their continued support. Again, 13 grants since the inception of the program, and of course to Talia Fox for her continued efforts towards meeting Arlington's net zero goals.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it is a competitive grant program, and yet we have been in the money, so to speak, for 13 times now. That's tremendous accomplishment.
We also received another $125,000 Cool Corridors grant, also from the Commonwealth. This is to plant 200 trees, as well as some other activities, in areas experiencing extreme heat. So this grant specifically will aim to enhance urban greenery in environmental justice neighborhoods in East Arlington. So tree planting along some of our high traffic corridors will provide needed shade and cooling, making it more pleasant for residents to walk, bike, walk or wait for the bus, and access local businesses and services. So my kudos to David Morgan in his capacity as environmental planner for securing this grant for the town and its residents.
Great.
And then finally, Prevention Services through Health and Human Services received 2 grants recently. The first of which was a $26,000 Mosaic Opioid Recovery Partnership Award. So this is funded by the Department of Public Health through the Bureau of Substance Addiction Services and is powered by the Rise Massachusetts Foundation. So this $26,000 grant will help the town hire a second recovery coach and launch a peer recovery program which will expand the community of care and help more residents in need with opioid recovery. And then the second grant was a $5,000 grant from Health Resources in Action, and it was an award to support student advisors. So what is known as the Creative Spark Fund of the 84 movement awarded a $5,000 grant to Arlington High School students that will support the creation of 6 wooden locked drop boxes where vaping and nicotine litter can be collected, disposed of, and emptied for data collection purposes. So the grant will also involve a number of educational materials that will be prepared, and they plan to install these drop boxes by July 1st. And of course, I want to offer my thanks to Karen Koreski for securing and managing these grants on behalf of the town.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you'd call it a prevention services department or initiative or what, but it is clearly expanding quickly and I'm sure most effectively. So that is also very, very good news. Moving on, we have just a couple of things left to talk about, and they're rather large. The first will be Arlington 250 and the event coming up on the 20th of April. We are now 2 weeks closer than we were last time we talked about this. So let's hear how preparations are going.
In less than 2 weeks, we will be hosting our largest ever Battle of Menotomy Reenactment. Just want to remind folks that the reenactment will take place on Sunday, April 20th at 2 p.m. And there's a few things to know if you plan on going. So the reenactment route, which is along Mass Ave, will be closed, parking will be limited, and folks should expect detours. Again this year, the spectator viewing area will be on the north side of Mass Ave only. That's the same side as Arlington High School. Since this is a high-profile event and we do expect a large number of attendees, there are some extra security measures that are going to be in place. There will be no bike riding along or within the route. So if you have a bike, it's going to be asked that you walk it through the spectator areas. We're asking folks to use clear bags if at all possible, as bags can be searched at any time, and that just makes it much easier. Also, we want to tell folks that there should be no drones. Leave it at home. Public safety are going to be the only folks with drones in the air. And I know we did experience a number of drones flying last year, so I wanted to offer that guidance this year. So the town website has full details of what to expect, when, and how to attend for this and a number of other Arlington 250 event activities and information. One other event that I do want to flag will be the day before, on Saturday, April 19th. The Menotomy Beer Hall will be held at Town Hall from noon to 5:30 p.m. and will feature, I believe, 2 special brews from the Arlington Brewing Company. So it's an all-ages event, plenty of activities planned for the Menotomy Beer Hall as well. So we do invite folks to come down to Arlington Town Hall and check that out. And I do want to let folks know that we are going to be having shuttle options for residents to attend the annual Lexington and Concord activities, which are going to be taking place on Saturday the 19th. That shuttle information and availability is going to be detailed on the town's website.
So yeah, before you move on to talking about EcoFest, the last thing on the agenda, just to recap, because you just gave a bunch of important information, a few takeaways are definitely no drones, no bike riding for sure, and clear bags if at all possible for folks, and expect detours.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, important to make sure that that gets out there if possible and very clearly. Great.
And then, as you alluded to, April 22nd will kick off EcoFest, which I believe April 22nd is Earth Day, and that is going to be a month-long celebration of the planet. But of particular interest to our residents is what's being termed the Eco Summit, which will take place at Town Hall on April 26th. So there will be keynote speakers, workshops, and over 20 community organizations gathered around the topic of sustainability. So, of course, as the event draws nearer, more information will be added to the town's website, but please save the date of April 26th for the Eco Summit at Town Hall.
And I believe because we are going to be involved with that, we expect and hope that the hours for that will be 10 to 2, just to throw that in as well.
Thank you kindly.
Absolutely. Anything, I mean, you've been talking for a while, lots of information to share. Anything you want to add?
I think that's it for this week. Thank you, James.
All right, thank you very much. He is Jim Feeney, our town manager, and he's on top of things, as you can tell. We have appreciated his attendance here and sharing of all of this information with us. We appreciate you being here also. Thanks for joining us. I'm James Milan. We'll see you next time.